Hi, I'm Lauren and welcome to my Flosstube channel, Stitching in the Stacks. I have a lot of cross stitch to show you. I have a couple of new starts. I have 13 whips. I have 2 finishes, and I'm going to talk one start that I'm planning, and I also have 2 books for you. So this is a Flosstube channel, and what Flosstube is a place to share your cross stitch progress. I also am a children's librarian, and sometimes I like to share my book recommendations at the end. So if you're interested in that, stick around till the end. If you're not interested, you could just turn it off quicker. So I'm going to get started right away today. If you hear any noises, my dog is in here rustling around, being silly, so you might hear her or see her in the background. Sorry about that. She gets a little to be kind of a pain. She doesn't like when I'm talking on the phone or in video calls or anything, so sometimes she acts out a little. Oh, careful please. Okay, so anyways, let's get right into cross stitch. So I have 2 finishes that I've had over the last month. This one I don't think I showed you. I'd have to look back at my last Flosstube, but I finished it the day of the Flosstube, and that is Strawberry Fair by October House Fiber Arts. So I stitched this on a piece of linen that I dyed myself. I love the big strawberry. Growing up, we had a strawberry patch, and that was just one of the highlights of summertime. This is like the original picture, so they made it into a little pillow. I like that idea, but I'm not quite sure yet what it's gonna be. This was my July cross stitch camp piece. So Colorado Cross Stitcher has been doing some challenges over the summer. Each month there's a different challenge, and July's theme was to stitch something that grows. So I thought strawberry, even a bird too. Sorry, this piece of fabric is way too big for what I used it for, but that's okay. So that was fun to stitch. The other finish I have, so this one I started and finished in July. So that's kind of the challenge with cross stitch camp, is to start and finish the same month something. The other one is an older whip that I've had for a couple years now, and it's Ink Circles Arranging for Orchestra. I did this on a 25 count, 3/2, so it's big and chunky and I love it. And I used a variety of over dye flosses. I kind of used my own colors. The dark brown, like the outline of all the instruments is dark chocolate. I remember that because I went through several skeins of that. But I love how it turned out. I'll eventually probably gift it to the music teacher that I work with. She's a good friend of mine, and I think she'll really appreciate it. She has some other cross stitch patterns in her room. I haven't decided like if I'm gonna gift it to her this year, like for Christmas or something, or just to cheer her up, or her husband just retired, and I think she'll probably retire in the next few years, so maybe I could save it as a retirement gift. I haven't decided yet. But yeah, this is a white gold 25 count fabric. So I actually really didn't mind the 3/2. It was like thicker to pull through, but I like how it turned out, and I would probably do it again if I want something like bigger and bold. I mean, obviously on many other counts this would be a lot smaller, but I'm hoping this, I feel like I could frame. Like I didn't measure it, but I feel like it looks like maybe it could fit into a standard frame easily, so we will see. Okay, so those are my 2 finishes. And next I'll talk about a couple new starts I had. So in July was the Frogwarts Digital Retreat. That is a Harry Potter online retreat for cross stitchers. There's tons of different cross stitch challenges and all sorts of stuff like that. So I did a ton of stitching during that and worked on a lot of different whips. It's like Wednesday through Sunday, so it's like constant stitching. So one of the things I started was a Harry Potter sampler. So this is what it looks like. It was from Etsy. I'm not sure if it's still on there. Shashuda Cross Stitch, Etsy.com. So, and I started kind of in the middle. So I first started by stitching up the Deathly Hallows logo there. And then under that, I started stitching the gold that'll say Lumos and have like a sparkly bolt of light there. So obviously that'll be a lot of stitching. It's all full coverage, so big project, but I think it'll be fun to work on. And the Frogwarts Retreat is like an annual thing, so I think it's one that I'll work on each year because it'll fit a lot of the prompts with all the different Harry Potter themed stuff in it. Okay, if you haven't seen a theme yet, my next start was also Harry Potter, and it is a bookmark. It's the Goblet of Fire bookmark. And the theme this year was we're on book 4, so the Goblet of Fire. So, and this is like a little kit. And they give you all the fabric, the size, and all I have is just the flame. So I didn't get a huge start. Probably should pick this up again just to get a little bit more in on it. But they give you both pieces of fabric for the front and the back. They give you all the floss, a little floss card. And it also has like the patterns in here, and then also has really detailed directions on how to put it together. So that's cool. I've only ever kind of fibbed through making bookmarks on my own before, so I'm excited to try a different technique. So in the past I've done single-sided ones in which I then like glued the back together. That's really hard to explain, but sewing 2 pieces together will be a new technique for me, so I'm excited about that. And these kits you can get on Amazon, and I actually got all of them. Really. So I got like the whole kit of them with all different Harry Potter designs. I like the Quidditch one. So I'm excited to do those, and hopefully I like those. Okay. So next, I had another start. This one I've been wanting to start for a while. This is another pattern I got off of Etsy. It's called The Mandalorian. It has the saying from the TV show, "This is the way." And I'm stitching this just on a black Aida. And all I got is he. So I started the. So this will be nice and bold and really stand out on this fabric. So I think it'll be really cool, and I'm excited to work on that. So, and I think there'll be new Star Wars shows hopefully coming soon. I know the Ahsoka one will be out sometime this year. So I'm looking forward to that, and hopefully I could stitch on that while watching Star Wars. So far I've just had different fandom related stitches. Next I have the morning tree. So this is another new start. I did get the called for fabric for this. I'll show you that in a minute. It's by Whispered by the Wind. What drew me to this was the crows. I don't usually do like too many spooky like graveyard kind of scenes, but I really like the crows. And yeah, like Halloween's not my thing, but graveyards are kind of cool. There's a lot of interesting history and stuff, so I don't know, I was just drawn to it. So I have just a little start here. I'll fold it so it's a little easier to see, but I love this fabric. So I have some branches coming. I have two of the, well, a crow and a half stitched, I guess. I think they'll really actually come alive once they're back stitched. They're gonna really need that. This one I didn't finish his head. But yeah, so I think it'll turn out cool. Right now there's not much there. The fabric is Mirage Lugana by Picture This Plus. So I don't know if this is a Lugana or an even weave, but it's definitely the Mirage color. So that's that. And then my last start, which I know there were a lot of starts this past month, but I wanted to find something to fit all of the stitching prompts. So the next start is a Tiny Modernist. I just love their patterns. They're really fun and easy to follow. And this is Mermaid Garden. So I just like the colors of the green and orange and blues. And I am stitching her on, this is a Volcano Stitching fabric. It is even weave 32 count. So so far I just have her hair that I've been working on, and I guess her lips too. And I think it's really standing out. I know I'm taking a big change with the fabric here, but I think the blue will really pop, and I just like that, and I can't wait till I get to the fish, and I'm excited for this one, so I can't wait to keep stitching that. So whew. So those are all 5 of my new starts. So let's get into, I guess, next will be my regular whip pile. It's a big pile. So like I said, I've been doing a lot of challenge stitching, so some things I don't have a ton of progress, but any progress is progress. So the first one I have on the top of the pile, it's not really in the order I stitch things on, but is this one. So this, let me see if I could show you it because it's in a magazine. It's Have a Mooey Christmas by Sharon Pope. So I have most of the barn done. I have a lot of white background. Need to put the cows in. Need to get the tree in. So when I started this, I thought this would be like a tiny little ornament that I just stitch right up and it'd be all done real quick. No, because it is full coverage, even though it's only 55 by 50, it's just a lot of stitching, and maybe it's the white that's so slow going. They actually look pretty good, but, and there's like a lot of like gray and off-whites, like it's a lot of color changes in there, like it's not just a solid red either. So there's a lot to it actually. So I mean, you could see in my project bag, like there's a lot of different flosses in there. Kind of all a mess in there, but. So that's my first of my whips. Next is one I know you've seen many times. I really enjoy working on this one, but I did not make a ton of progress this month. I've been focusing on other stuff, but I did make a little progress on Fall on the Farm, and I am working on Changing Leaves, this one right here. So it's going to be kind of like a little barn quilt. I finished the like border around it, and I just need to, this will be solid fill in, like the whole square will be filled in. And then there will be 9 of them together, so this will be all filled out. And this is on Cafe a Lot by Fabric Flair. I think it's a 16 count. So the one I'm working on is this one. So I really like stitching fall. I'm sure I've mentioned that before. So really love working on that. I just haven't made a ton of progress on it, but that's okay. The border on this is by Vanna Pfeiffer, the Twisted Stitcher. So the border did not come with the pattern. These are all Little House Needlework patterns, like the whole series. And she designed the free border with it. So I've been adding that on, and I think it really adds to it. Next up is Owl Forest Embroideries, 100 owls. So I finished stitching like this little border here and started another owl. So I think I'm on like owl 20 and there's 100, so I'm about 1/5 of the way done. Yay. So it's really cool. The kit's really nice, and the flosses that come with it are just gorgeous. Like, here's a pretty green one. Yeah, the pattern though, I'm not going to open it, but it actually tells you like what each of the owls are. So you can learn what ones they are, maybe research them if you want to learn more about them. I think that's pretty cool that they're all like an actual owl. So yeah, I'm going to run out of room here. Hey, Ellie. Oh, you can just see her ears. Okay, so next, I've been talking about Frogwarts a lot. Every year there's a band sampler for that. And I've done it, I think, most years, but I haven't stitched the, I haven't stitched them all. So I'm actually only on year 2s. So this is for year 2. Harry Potter is the one with the basilisk. The Chamber of Secrets. That's it. Whew. You get on camera and you just forget everything, you know? So we have the burrow, we have the flying car, cauldron. I just added this month Hermione. I got quite a bit of the tail done. It'll say on it, enemies of the hair beware. And then I started the Whomping Willow, and I just need to finish the branches on that. And let's see if I can find the pattern for it. And then I need to start the big spider, and he's right in the middle of the pattern. So once I get him done, I'll be over halfway done. But I also have to do like this banner on the bottom and the saying. The saying is, help will always be given at Hogwarts to those who ask for it. So like I said, I'm only on year 2, but there are 4. So the one for this year's is this design. So year 4, book 4 is the Goblet of Fire. So the one with the Triwizard Tournament. So some people start and finish them like during the retreat time. I do not. So, okay. Next, this one was one of July's Would Go calls. Sorry, I'm just gonna make some room by moving some of this. Okay. The next one is one of July's WIPGO calls. I've kept up with WIPGO with all of them except this pattern. So I worked on my goal every month except July. I had 3 numbers and that was just too much for me with everything else I had going on. So July's calls were arranging for orchestra, which you saw I finished. Autumn doodles, and then bee garden, and I'll show you those ones. But this is the one that I didn't keep up with, which crazy, it's like small. I thought for sure I would have finished it. Love it, very fall. Love the pumpkins and the owl, sunflower. And I originally stitched this and I thought it would be like a exchange piece, and then it was just not cooperating, so I ended up doing a different exchange piece. But that's why I'm stitching 2, because I wanted one too. But I really am just going so slow at this. So I've only worked on this like 2 days. I started with the pumpkins, and I think I may have finished the yellow border around gather as well. I would like to continue work. I wanted to finish it, but for now, I'd like to just continue making some progress on these. My goal was 5 days. I only have done 2 so far. So I'm keeping this one out, and I will continue to work on it. It's just going slow right now. So, sorry, Ellie, gonna put that by you. Okay. So next, sorry, I forgot to open this one, is... sorry, I'm trying to find the picture too. Is the Let's Talk Summer. So the Summer Chalk Talk. I'm doing the big one right now, but they also have a little hoop and pillow finish. And I'm stitching this on a navy Aida. And I believe I worked on sunglasses, and I'm starting the border that'll say time. So it'll be Sweet Summer Time is on the border, or not border, the little flags. Banner is the word I wanted. So yeah, so I'm up here right now. So I really enjoy those ones, but there's so much to stitch. The next one is a favorite, Unicorn Tapestry. So, and this is also on a volcano stitching hand-dyed fabric. So I stitched on part of the tree, I believe, and then I came up, did some of the flowers, and I was working on this little fox too. He's not done, but he's gonna be adorable. So that one's so fun. Tiny Modernist is just so nice and fun to stitch. Okay, next, sorry, I didn't take this out of the bag. So next, this was my other one from July's WIPGO, and I worked on this one quite a bit. This is Heartstring Samplery's Bee Garden, and I'm pretty darn close to a finish, but I didn't quite get there, and then I just ended up stitching other things, but I am so darn close. So if you need me, I'm out in the bee garden. And all I have to stitch is a couple more of the, I think these are bee balm. A couple more bee balm and one more like hive thing. I think they have a different name, but one more of those. So I just have like this little area here. So yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna come back to it soon or not, but feels good that I know that if I really want to finish, that's something I could get done. So, I love all the different flowers in it. Okay. Whew. we're getting there. I haven't been counting, but the bin's half empty, so. The next whip is Napoleon. So here's Napoleon crossing the Alps. I didn't finish another page, but I did do, it's hard to like show you, I did do some more like down in this area. So more progress. He's looking awesome. What, Ellie? I know. We'll go out after the video. So there's Napoleon. Okay, sorry for the pause. Sorry for the weird cut there. Ellie started barking because she had enough of the video and wanted attention. Which makes sense because the next one is Lizzie Kate's Dog Lessons for People. So kind of funny how that worked out. So this says, dog lessons for people. Be loyal and faithful. Play every day. Drink lots of water. Forgive quickly. Avoid biting when a growl will do. Sit close and listen. Follow your instincts. Give more than you receive. Take naps. Be a best friend. And love unconditionally. So I just think it's so cute. And this is where I'm at. So I went down and I did all of be loyal and faithful and drink lots of water. And now I went back up and I'll do dog lessons for people on the top. So fun. It's always fun to stitch letters, I think. So having fun with that. I did pick my own colors to it, but they're very similar to what it has. So mine maybe are a little brighter. I'm not, yeah, they're similar. So, and it's in my, what are these called? The Love You More Studio book sleeves. It's in my Mean Girls one because my dog is Drama and it just seemed like it would fit. So, okay, getting down there. We only have, I think, 3 more to go. So the next one is another Tiny Modernist, and it's one of the Winter Cuties. So I already stitched the penguin one. I'll have to find him. We finished him already. But now I'm on the cute little deer. I love that it has a hat and a scarf. Here it is. And I was stitching a challenge that I needed yellow on. So I got very close. I only have a little corner here to finish at the bottom of the snow globe. So these ones I also thought would be quick little ornaments. No, they are solidly filled in. They take a while. So we'll be stitching those for a while. Just like the next one, which is my Generation 1 Pokemon cross stitch. So this, I don't have the picture, but it'll be all of the Gen 1 Pokemon. So you can see I have a big piece of fabric. There's a lot of Pokemon. And I've been working over here on one of the pages. So you can see some of the Pokemon over here kind of coming to life. So this one's so colorful, so sometimes when you're stitching like Napoleon or something like with not the most fun colors, it's fun to switch and do a little of this. Okay, and then the last one is what I've been working on the past few days. This is one of my Whip Go calls for August, and it is And a Forest Grew. So I have only 4 pages left. And here we go. I never know how to hold these. I'm just going to peek over it. That might be weird, but you could see it really good like this. So the tree is right in the middle. So as you can see, still got a lot of trees to fill in. And I did my own saying. So it says, be like a tree. Sorry, I have to read it. So be like a tree, stay grounded, connect with your roots, turn over a new leaf, bend before you break, enjoy your natural beauty, and keep growing. So I like how that turned out. Okay, and so this is my current whip go for this month, and my goal on this is to work 10 days. So today is day 4. So what I've done is I did all of the saying, and then I did one of the pages as well. So I will be starting another page. I haven't decided if I want to do the ones on top or the bottom, because like this is split into 4 pages. So I don't know if it matters, but I will be working on that more probably later this evening. I need to do some baking this afternoon though. We are going on a picnic with my in-laws tomorrow, so I'm going to be making fruit pizza tonight, and I might try to make like lunch meat, like pinwheel roll-up things, but I haven't ever done that before, so we'll see if I master that or not. But so yeah, I'm going to take a little break from stitching today and then come back to this for this evening. My other whip go goal for the month, and if you're not familiar with what whip go is, you've probably been confused because I've said it a bunch in the video. But whip go is like where you fill out a bingo board with a bunch of different cross stitch patterns that you want to work on, or it can be other goals too. And then each month they call 2 of them and you work on those. So as you can see, my next ones are Doodles Autumn, One Nation, and A Forest Group. If I had finished Doodles, I would have had a bingo. Like I'd have 5 in a row finally, but it's okay. But the other one I have to work on this month, and this one I just have 5 days I'm gonna work on it, is One Nation. So that one's fun to work on as well. So that'll be coming. You'll see progress on that in August as well. What else do I have for plans? So those are my whip go plans. I've been doing some different challenge stitching, so some things just kind of fit and they come up that week and I end up working on them. The other thing is I mentioned that Strawberry Fair was July's camp piece. I have picked out what I want to do for August camp piece. So again, this is a cross stitch camp challenge hosted by Colorado Cross Stitcher, and I'm going to be stitching Colonial Blooms. I'm going to do the version on the board, and it actually does have 2 different patterns in there, even though it's like the same design. The colors are slightly different between the 2 versions. I have never stitched I don't know if that's true. Have I stitched a Scarlet House? I thought I saw one now. Let me look. No, I don't think I've stitched a Scarlet House before. And then, so August theme is stitch something new. So I don't think I've stitched a Scarlet House pattern before. And the fabric, it will be new to me. And then I also have never finished anything on a board. So I did buy the board. You can get it from Homestead Needleworks, just online. And I got this pattern when I was at the Stitching Bee in Green Bay. So, and they had it as a model on the wall, so I was able to see the board version. I want to eventually do the pin keep version too, but we'll start with this one for just this one for August. Will be a challenge enough. So I have already all the floss for it. So these are pretty. And then I have 2 different fabrics and I have to decide which one I want to use. So this option is Slate Edinburgh linen, 36 count. So, I don't know. It's like a dark gray. And then the other option is, this is gunmetal linen. And this one I feel like is a more of a like beat up kind of look. So I don't know if I want it to look more like beat up or if I like the like cleaner look. So if you have ideas, let me know. Otherwise, I'll probably have to send pictures or show some of my stitchy friends to decide which I like better for this. So it's all kitted up. I'm gonna start that and hopefully finish that this month as well. So those are all my plans. I'm gonna get going here because I could tell she's getting antsy. But real quick, 2 books that I've enjoyed this summer are Warrior Girl on Earth and A Scatter of Light. So these are 2 suggestions. I'll let you kind of look them up if you're interested, but they're both really good YA. So take care, happy stitching, and happy reading. Bye.